Our group took a closer look into the effects of a country's average sugar intake per person. First, a comparison that we wanted to make regarding the sugar intake of a country's population is how it causes high cholesterol levels, especially in men, and therefore unhealthy body mass index or BMI levels. This is particularly evident for Germany and the United States, as seen here. Basically, this tells us that a country's average sugar intake can be tied to their total health spending per person. Since there was not a lot of data available concerning the relationship between sugar intake and total health spending, we decided to look at total health spending in relationship with the average BMI of a country, which we have established has a strong positive correlation with sugar intake, since sugar provides a lot of calories with a very minimal amount of nutrition. In regards to this, there's a positive correlation between BMI and total health spending, showing that as a country's average body mass index increases to unhealthy levels, more money is put toward health spending in order to drive that down. What was interesting is that this is only really apparent in developed countries, mostly in North America and in Europe, as they try to raise awareness for obesity in a way that many underdeveloped nations do not have the expendable wealth to use for that purpose. In developed nations, health spending increased substantially in the early 2000s as the obesity problem came to the forefront of society, even though BMI was not increasing at a particularly larger rate than it had been for the 10 previous years. But as we learned on the first day of class, higher GDP is still positively correlated to longer life expectancy. As we change this graph to show life expectancy through the color coding, it is apparent that lower income nations not only spend less on healthcare, but also have average life expectancies as low as 52 even in 2010. What it comes down to is that richer countries tend to have the healthcare resources to combat unhealthy diets, and unhealthy diets are only one of many different health factors that affect life expectancy. We realized through further research on Gapminder that there's a strong negative correlation between child mortality rates and life expectancy, which basically shows that health factors that cause lower life expectancies have the largest impact on children less than 5 years old. Because of this, health spending should be aimed primarily at helping young children, especially in poor countries.